and the Guildford Heat have notched up their first road win of 2010 and their first since the opening game of the season. A thrilling 74-72 victory at the Riders, with the Heat holding on in the last seconds to deny the Riders a win. Mike Martin coming up with a mammoth block with about 10 seconds to go. Riders got the loose ball, jacked up a three, missed it, and the ball went out of bounds for a Heat victory. So we're going to have a few words with Chad McKnight in a minute, but it was a great victory for the Heat, coming back from 14 points down in the third quarter and holding the Riders to a mere 9 points, outscoring them 21-9 in the fourth quarter. So an excellent performance from the Guildford Heat, and we'll just have a quick word with Chad to see what he makes of it all. Chad, just talk us through the victory.
Well, we started strong. It was a low-scoring first half for us, for both teams, 34 points. So I don't know if it was pretty much a defensive battle. I don't know if there wasn't too much offense going on. I'm not sure of the percentages that we shot. Second quarter, we went down by about 14, was it? Yeah, 14 points, and then we battled back, and it was just down to guys working hard, playing hard, and battled back to take the lead, and then we stuck it through. I mean, it came down to the last second shot, and we played defense, and we locked up for the last second shot when he shot the three to the box out to when the ball went out on the side. Guys stayed with it the whole time through.
In the first quarter, as you say, we played really well, and then we seemed to lose our way really in the third quarter when they started putting a press on us, and we didn't seem to handle it. But then we came back. Did you make any particular changes?
Well, actually, I brought Daniel off the bench, for me, I mean, I'll openly say, honestly, I didn't know how Daniel was going to play. I mean, he's been out for a while. He's coming back over an injury. But Daniel's the type of player that he looks to score. So he came in with this scorer mentality. He hasn't lost that since he's been out, which is a good thing. And he came in and he started shooting the ball. And actually, we kind of slid things around. So Daniel was playing the 2, Kenny was playing the 3, and LA was at the 1. And then I moved from the 3 to the 4 and had Mike inside of the 5. So then we started breaking their press. And after we started breaking their press and coming back, then they got out of their press. So, I mean, it was good. Daniel was a great spark off the bench, and I'm glad he played good, and I'm really working back in now that I know that he's ready to play.
Excellent. I mean, yes, Daniel had a really good game, and it looked like a really inspired substitution.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and the thing is with a guy who's been out for a while. Once you get that opportunity, you just want to come in, you know what I'm saying, and show me that he's ready to play. And after the game, I went up to him. I said, "Okay, you were right." So I mean, and the thing is when you're injured and stuff like that, when guys are coming back in, you just want to slowly work them into, you know what I'm saying, to when they can play instead of just throwing them in there, because you don't know exactly what they're going to be able to give you when they're in game. Practice is one thing, but game time is completely different. So I mean, he came in and showed that he was ready to play, which is real good.
And we were short-handed today with Julius not being with us for a family matter. How much did you think that affected us?
It did affect us because Julius is a leader on the floor, and he's a strong three-point shooter. So with them playing the zone, if we would have had Julius, you know what I'm saying, with Julius there, I think we could have maybe shot him out of the zone a little bit earlier, and then they would have went man, because in the first half when they were going man-to-man, we scored every time. So, I mean, when they went to the zone, it kind of slowed us up a little bit, but then once we started breaking the zone down, we started passing and moving the ball, then, then they came out of the zone, they went back man, and then we were able to exploit the mismatches.
And I also noticed we did very well on the boards this time. I'll just have a quick look at the final stats. Yeah, we out-rebounded them 43-32. What do you put that down to?
Well, I mean, that's been one of our points of emphasis in practice. We've been telling guys we need to go to the offensive boards, but then again, we need to box out and keep guys off the boards. We've watched tapes and seeing guys getting the boards and seeing where it's coming from. And even though I think we gave up 6 offensive boards in the first half, in the halftime, I'm like, look, we need to go ahead and clean that up. So collectively, everybody as a team stepped up, started boxing out even more, and then we started rebounding. And once we got rebounds, then that's what it came down. The last 2 points came down to a rebound. So. Okay,
final question. What's it like finally beating Leicester after leaving as a Rider a couple of seasons ago? Because it's your first win against Leicester, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It feels good, you know what I mean? And just not the fact of just because we beat Leicester, which is good, but then again because it's our first road win since the beginning of the season. And as we said, as I say, when you come back and you play for a team, when I was here and I came back and played Guildford, I wanted to play my best game against them. Coming back here, sort of the same feeling, you know what I mean? You always want to come play good. But then again, for us as a team, I wanted to come in here, because it's a one-off game in the trophy, I wanted to come in here and make a statement that we can win games on the road and go ahead and make a push from the new year on and make a run at this trophy.
because I said that was my last question. I was lying. That was, I mean, because that's a good win for us on the trophy, because we're now through to the next round. We got a home tie, you know, and the potential of getting through to the final at the Spectrum again.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what's huge for us. But I told the guys it's a one-off game, and if we make it to the final, then it's just like playing another home game. With our home fans, everybody's there, because I mean, if you have to go somewhere else, there's no telling how many people are going to travel. But with it being home, we can have our home fans there, our home baskets, everybody's comfortable there, and we've played pretty good at home this whole season.
Okay, and this is the final question, I promise. How much difference did it make having the travelling support behind the bench?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Whenever you have fans coming down, and it's not when you score, there's nobody clapping for you or anything like that. And it's just a silent gym when you score. You know, and the only guys that you have to support you are the guys on the bench. That's one thing. We try to stay up. But once you have fans come and travel with us and have your back, you know, when you score and stuff like that, and you hear them, you know, chanting you on and stuff like that, it's a booster for the team.